So we got two missions. We have the poached egg with Poppy, and we have In the Shadow of Time with Sebastian, where he's going to give me a new spell. And the main quest, but I'm very interested in these curses. So, Sebastian, here we come.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room, which had suffered decay amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Well, let's get down
I'm
here.
sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Spiders. Of course. Oh yeah, and I might be okay with using curses.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest, insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting.
Confringo. Accio. We're here for a reason. I say it's just Wingardium Leviosa.
My reason is to get all the loot. I imagine more spiders.
Accio. Confringo. Protego. Stupid one. Stupid one. Leviosa.
Is that one still alive? Why is it moving like... Oh, okay,
We've rid
dissolved.
the world of another spider. Now this is the sort of grave room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Okay, so we got a lot of bones. So if I drag these bones right here, stick these two. That means there are more bones.
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I don't feel like that was enough bones, but okay. Are those spiders?
Confringo.
There's something here by the altar.
Revelio.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition, I believe it. Therefore, no one was looking. When no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors, forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
I mean, I already kind of figured out that without
Looks
help.
like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Can I go here now? More spiders.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
I think I've only failed like one
Here we go.
curse.
Something troubling ahead.
Well,
Be on
spell.
your guard.
I'm using the wrong spell book.
Bombarda. Revelio.
So there's a way this way.
Confringo. Bombarda. Imperio.
Wait, do I have to beat this big spider first? Oh, not on my side anymore.
Bombarda. Flipendo. Confringo.
Not the spell sheet I want.
Expelliarmus.
Actually, I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, I know what I was looking for. It's too late now. I need
Dramatic,
to
isn't it?
redo my spell sheets because I was looking for the transform spell. I can't go this way.
Another barricade.
I didn't try over here.
Considering how well you did on the last one.
How gracious of you.
I tried.
Accio.
This
Okay,
looks
this
different
is a
than what we
puzzle.
faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Now, How do I do this? So the first one, can I, like... I can. So what I want to do is I want to find this Tetris piece in the circle. Didn't do anything. Wait, this isn't pool?
That worked. Keep going.
Okay. Just in case that closes. Now I want to find the infinity symbol and the water symbol. Okay, there was nothing in there. The next one is Tetris and water. Is that it?
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Spiders. Yep. Another big one. Out of every single spider that was there, I was focused on that big spider. And you choose that small spider in the back. Turn on you. Okay, at least I took out one of the big spiders.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Is there another one? No, this leg was just flopping around. I don't like these spiders. So treasure.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on, don't give up yet.
I'm not doing that yet. I didn't use the potion, so I don't need that. The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only wizard kind, but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic. I'll take it. So it's a skeleton triangle.
Sebastian, the relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Let's take it.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
He followed us here. We don't really have a choice, so let's go ahead.
Ominous. Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Persuade him?
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
If you want to try to talk him out of it, we can.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
That seemed a little too easy.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
I'm surprised I could make it out.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Am I gonna have to run all the way there?
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke.
Everything is on
Over there,
fire.
by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Did you think that was normal?
Let's hurry.
Did I think that was normal, I guess? Okay, so how do I want to do this? I'm gonna transform somebody first. And then...
Chill spells glance off of me.
Wrong one. Some ancient magic. Somebody else. Get this archer. Who else? Can I reach anybody else with this? Yes. Yes, I can. Am I not high enough level?
I will have my revenge!
You'll not win here.
Be careful! Mind! Ah!
Always going for the down person. I think there's a difference between controlling somebody and killing themselves.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You could use Accio to bring the goblin closer. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Because the goblin was going to die either way. It's just the way that it happened. I'm going to say he made the wrong choice that time.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
I already said I was going to be evil, but I want to be the only evil one in here.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
So anytime I use dark magic,
Why am I always on patrol? Enjoy suffering, do you?
does this count?
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
It's We'd just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I wonder how many endings are in this game.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Because I'm going to use curses.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
It's Sebastian again.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominous in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After
Things go
you.
south, I'll blow them up.
No one. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
This isn't going to end well. Nothing.
Hello?
If I turn one into a barrel, I feel like no one should know.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate.
Revelio.
Nice work.
If you think about it, the world's kind of quiet.
For better or for worse.
Maybe I went a little too hard on that.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Confringo.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting
Ah.
for even a spider to prey on.
There you are.
What did I just do?
I won't rest until you're dead.
You won't get that chance.
I will make you.
Question. I'm not trying to use it on him.
How childish.
I can't figure it out.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
So I can use Reparo. So does it count as me not... Like... Am I performing a spell without talking? Like when I do it that second time and there are no words? I'm not dropping that spider. I'm serious about these spiders.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's
Oh,
loyalists all
maybe I
prepared
should
war.
have
Lumos!
did that. I always end up running through these things.
Lumos!
Don't want to go that way right now. There's stuff over here.
Lumos! Lumos! Lumos!
He's a little late on that. Yeah, that spider's no chance. No chances.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Afraid to fight?
Oops.
Get accustomed to that. I won't rest until dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sebastian.
Let's get this with. I will make you pay.
We're not finished
The spider's screaming.
They were waiting.
Oh, these are huge. Spider's gone. I want you to come down here. I don't want that spider to scurry anywhere.
Certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Oh, that was just a look down here, I guess.
Now, we can have a look around in peace.
Okay, so that's a time thing. There's another time thing. Oh, here's the other. This one takes a while. And there's this.
A rune symbol.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Oh, I can't go that way. The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes, empty. Empty of sorrow, yes, but also. I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish, but then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it is not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery. Revelio.
It usually looks like something I can, like, go through.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
What's up with you?
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
That makes sense. Oh, now I can use this.
And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
He needs to calm down.
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.